I bought this BMW E46 to make it my daily drifter, but before I can do that, I need to rectify one issue first. I have scanned it with my OBD scanner and found out that I get a P0340 code, and it's a code related to the intake cam sensor. This code is nasty because it doesn't give the car the full power. Since the ECU does not see where the intake cam is, the VANAS is not working. I'll also show you how the car behaves and basically my problem with it. You probably can hear the clunking as well that I need to address. Look, second gear, it's 20 kilometers per hour, 30. I floor it. Nothing happens, you see? And only here from 3,500 RPM it starts to do something. That's like my main complaint with it. Once we change this sensor, I should have a lot more power. So let's get to it. So I was finally able to take the sensor out. The bolt that's holding the sensor in place. It was hard to take it off, so I had to hammer down this socket, and in order to hammer down the socket I had to take the oil filter out because it was in the way and all that jazz. 5-minute job turned into a 30-minute job, but the sensor is out. I also want to compare the sensors to make sure that I ordered the right one. Seems like they are identical. This is the old one, that's the new one, and on the old one the connector has definitely seen better days, so that could be the culprit. Anyway, let's install the new one. Routed the new sensor, put it in place, put the bolt in, it's snug, clipped it in where the connector is. Now let's put back the oil filter and then reassemble everything back. Then start the car and see if the error persists. So everything is reassembled. I'm gonna try and start it now. Also quickly gonna check if there are any leaks whatsoever. Don't see any leaks on the components that I've touched, but I'm gonna have to check it again after a test drive. So let's see. As you can see, it started. It didn't start initially, then I turned the ignition off and on again, and then it started. So it's good. Now let's take it for a test drive and also check if the error still exists. So I can see that the issue still exists. I just cleared it. Let's go for a test drive and see if the car feels any different. Kind of feels a bit better maybe, I don't know. It's really like hard to tell as of now. Gonna have to watch the clips back to back. So here I'm pressing the pedal to the metal. See, like not much is happening anyway. But maybe, RPM range is not what it's supposed to be, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. I've driven the car a little more and there is definitely an improvement. It seems like it's less jerky at lower speeds. Then there is a little bit more torque throughout the rev range. Obviously, once you are like in 2000 RPM on second gear and you floor it, it doesn't get up to speed that quickly as I wanted it to. But maybe it's just me being used to an N55 with a turbo on it. Anyway, feels like there is more power now, which is great. So definitely, if you have this code, replace this part, it will help you out. As for this project, I'm not quite done yet with the technical side. I still need to address the power steering system because it's very noisy and sometimes it's binding in certain angles. So I need to replace the fluid and possibly also replace the pump. After that, I also need to check out the guibo and diff mount bushings or something like this, because the clunk is driving me crazy. So there is still a lot more content to come on this car. If you like it, subscribe to the channel and follow my journey. I really hope to actually go for a drift event. I'm a little bit scared though, because I haven't properly tried to drift. As of now, I really need to get those issues sorted before we can actually go to the track. I'm gonna get this car up to shape and then we're gonna go and do some drifting.